It's been a very interesting few days. We need to have a talk, you guys. I have been putting off this talk for years, for a long time. And yes, I understand. So first of all, it is March. Happy March. Um, I am not finished with my Black History Unseasoned, couldn't BS, series. But with everything going on with my father, his evolution, and dealing with the financial and the legalities and the emotional and the physical, with all of that, I need a break. I have given myself grace this past 60 days of what I didn't do. But I have had tonight, last night, the night before, there's a theme. So I had to stop and talk to you guys about it. So first of all, have you guys not noticed there's this epidemic of, are you guys not feeling drained, unmotivated, stuck? You can't focus. You can't focus on your goals. Your energy is just off. Your drive is off. Your literal and figurative drive is off. It's just meh. Well, my friend, we need to have a talk about this. And yes, I am talking about sexual transmutation. I have been trying to just like chill because, to be honest with you, this is kind of a chocolate cake after dark conversation. So if I get any pushback from the algorithm gods, we're going straight to after dark, and I'll let you know. But last night, I'm on the phone with someone I love, and his father lives across the country. We talk to his dad a lot, and his dad's law partner. So it's me, him, his dad, and his dad's law partner. We're all on the phone for hours talking. These are my left-hand path buddies. These are my God friends. If I want to talk about the Necronomicon or alternate universes and just, or even quantum entanglement, like, these are the people I talk to about it. But last night, the conversation was rock, paper, scissors. See, I'm having a conversation about, my friend's father says to me, like, men, especially in a Western culture, we're taught about like the basics of love, find a girl, get married, have children, be loving and faithful. But men are never taught about the sexual urge, the obsession with vagina that they're going to have throughout life, especially, hold on, gotta get my hair right, especially in our Western culture, especially in our hookup culture, especially in our lack of understanding what sex is. And I really want to have this conversation with you guys. I was trying to wait, but I really want to have this conversation with you. So yes, we are talking about sexual transmutation. Now, when I was in high school, I had this book. I don't even remember the name of the book. But the book was about spiritual sex, and it started this practice for me. First of all, I went to a all redneck high school, but these rednecks loved every book that I brought to school. I'm trying to think like how I want to talk about this. You guys already know me. I've talked about the mind games of the society that we live in. Do you guys remember that movie? I don't even know the name of the movie. It was with Brendan Fraser and Elizabeth Hurley. She was the devil and he was asking for wishes, and she would always grant his wishes, but she would grant them in a sneaky way that was actually in opposition to his greatest greatness. This is exactly what's happening to men. And I'm not saying that it's not happening to women, because it is happening to women too. But it's on a larger scale. It's really, to me, the sex play in our Western culture is an attack on masculinity. Attack on masculinity is an attack on all of us. But it's an attack on masculinity. It's an attack on productivity. And it's an attack on spiritual evolution. So we're talking about mindless swiping, pointless hookups, and endless corn binges that turn into a loss of productivity, goals, money, power. It's like you are a slave to the vagina. And he said it best, but he always wins. Rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, rock, paper, scissors. All right, let's talk about it. So first of all, I want to talk about the Western world hookup culture. I was listening to this podcast, and it was, this gentleman was talking about, he was in the Middle East, and he was questioning, it wasn't a podcast, it was some video on social media. He was talking about how he didn't understand the Western culture and the multiple partners, and how I think he was like a taxi driver, and he had only been intimate with one woman his whole life, and it was his wife. It's cute, right? I'm not saying this is right, wrong, good or bad, because to be honest with you, I think there's benefit in anything that you do. My point is not what you do. My point is your intention in doing it and what it's doing to you. There has been this downscale of productivity with men, and all of us, but with men in our society. And I want you guys to understand, when I say a downward spiral of productivity, I'm talking about when it comes to goals and dreams, but also when it comes to goals and dreams for yourself, goals and dreams for your family, goals and dreams for your business. This is all of us, because like I said, what affects the masculine does affect all of us. But the masculine energy itself, and I talk about this in my whole playlist when I talk about masculine and feminine energies. Men are from Mars, women are Venetian. That the masculine energy is the doer energy. This is the getting shit done energy. And a lot of people aren't getting things done because they are wasting their God power. They're freely giving out their God power. And if you're in the perspective of a woman, you're letting men siphon your energy. And I do like that, but it is siphoning an energy, but it's because you're willingly give it away. You are as a woman willingly giving it away. So tonight I had a gentleman who I've been friends with for over 16 years. We have never had any type of sexual interaction. I didn't even know he saw me in that way or that light. And I guess I know that I'm a beautiful woman. But what I'm saying is, I didn't even know he was straight. I love him regardless of what he is. I just didn't know. But he hit me up. He hit me up in my DMs to tell me that he masturbates to my videos. He's been doing this for years. I had no idea. Like right now? Like right now? Like right now? Put it away. Let's have this conversation. Jeez. So, with the Western world hookup culture, and I do get it, because we do live in a world where everything is about instant gratification. You swipe right, you get a match. 2 texts later, you're at someone's house. You're at a stranger's apartment. No deep connection. No real intimacy. Just vibes and regret. And you wake up, you go to the gym, you go to work, you wonder why you feel so empty inside, and you wonder why you didn't get anything done. I am not speaking personally. I am just telling you what it must be like. So the thing about the Western world hookup, again, good, bad, right, wrong. I'm not here to judge what we do, because to be honest with you, like I said, you will find benefit in anything. It's just that there are so many different ancient cultures that teach us that sex is more than just a physical activity, that it is literally a cosmic connection. And when you have no regard for your body to let anyone inside, or to just go inside anyone, I don't even know how to say this. I don't even know how can I put this into words? No, I really don't know. When you have no caution for your body, that to me, in my opinion, is a outward expression of the caution that you don't have for your soul, for your higher power. And we are taught in the Western culture that God is outside of us, and we are not. We are nothing without him. So maybe that's part of it. You've already disconnected yourself from your highest power. So what's one more? Hey. So this goes into corn, and I've talked about doing a video on corn before. I just haven't done it yet because it's a little weird. Again, I have no problem with it. I think nudity is beautiful. I think sex is beautiful. The thing about it is, corn is not. There's a difference. Again, when I talked about that movie, giving someone their desire, but doing it in an ill-dignified way to where you're actually harming them. So there's a few things that corn, we're going to call it corn, even though it's kind of corny. There's a few things that those videos have, right? So first of all, we're not talking about a sensual interaction with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many people? We're talking about an ill-dignified, rough, aggressive, and in a lot of ways disrespectful. When you watch these videos, the way that they treat their sexual partner is disrespectful. And it would be one thing if they were in a loving connection with that person and that was playtime. But these are people that they don't even know. And a lot of times, we've talked about it, in real life, these are women who are doing it and men who are doing it against their will or in duress. And I say duress as in, okay, maybe duress wasn't the right word. So duress would be more like against their will. But I was also saying they're not doing it because they want to do it. They're doing it because they have to do it to get ahead. Maybe that's the wrong use of words, but you know what I mean. So my point is, it's not about what you do. I said that earlier. It's not about what you do. It's about your intentionality. And in the intention of a lot of these activities is to humiliate and is to control with force instead of power. And because these intentions are ill-dignified, it's, I don't want to say like putting that energy out in the universe, putting that energy within you. It speaks to the trauma within you rather than speaking to the power in you. So it's, I don't know how to say, yes I do, I'm stop saying that. It's almost like when you're in a fight. Yeah, that's a good example. Like when you're in a fight and you're full of rage and it's coming out of you. And what you're doing is you're connecting to those times where you were full of rage. It's the same thing with sexual intercourse. You are bringing up that energy. And don't get it twisted, because you can do these things in a good way. But is it cell memory or cell memory? Is it cell memory? Give me a second. Okay. I don't know why cell memory is coming up. Something to the extent of, if I'm getting out my rage this way, then I am aligning every time as sex as something traumatic instead of love. And traditionally, sex is for a cosmic connection. It is for a love connection. It is for, when I say cosmic connection, between just you and you, people, a lot of ancient, I'm going to talk about this later, but a lot of ancient practices using sex for a spiritual enlightenment with yourself, but also with a spiritual enlightenment with the person that you might be engaging with, peoples that you might be engaging in the activity with. So if I'm doing it in a rough, ill-dignified, low energy way, I'm not getting the cosmic connection. You might be getting the trauma release, but you're not getting a cosmic connection. I actually had a conversation with a guy a few days ago about this, about how Western culture, they don't practice healthy sexual habits. They don't even practice real sexual habits. I don't understand why you guys are so obsessed over, because what are you doing when you have sex? You're releasing trauma. That's all you're doing when you do it as a hookup way, or with somebody who you don't know, or with somebody who you don't really care about. And how will you know? Because you will be a part of the people, these young men in their 30s and late 20s, that is experiencing erectile dysfunction. I don't care. You should not be in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s having to take a Blue Chew, having to take a Rhino, having to take a pill. And it is in our Western culture, specifically with these beautiful melanated men, which goes into the PTSD of slavery. But it's men in general in the Western culture, because when you abuse it, you lose it. And I'm out the door. So I want to talk to you guys about, I know this is a sensitive subject because a lot of men don't want to talk about it. And I know a lot of men don't want to talk about it because whenever men are talking about it, they talk about it like it's something that only they go through. But there is a reason. So studies are showing that more men in their 30s and 40s can't get hard without assistance. And it's because you are overstimulated, and you're overstimulated in an ill-dignified way. It would be one thing if you were looking at videos of being sensual and emotion. But of course, in our Western culture, men are being taken away, were at least being taken away from their emotions. So you weren't given sex as a tool for love and emotion and being sensual and connecting with your partner and having an orgasmic experience with you, God, and anyone else in the room. You were taught instead to have a, like I said, a trauma release, a temporary trauma release that you might have seen as something higher because it did elevate you for that moment, but you still didn't get what you need. So you need it again, not too much longer after that. And then after years of use and abuse, now you can't even get hard without a pill. And by the way, this also astutes to never being gratified, never being satisfied. Thank you. That was what I was trying to say. So this is scrolling through explicit content, chasing the next dopamine hit. I'm going to learn to say, you guys, there's a part of me that like holds back because I feel like you just can't take what I'm going to say. Or maybe the algorithms can, I don't know. But there's a part of me that holds back, and I am working on it. I mean, this could be a whole nother vlog build, but to go into it really quick, this talks about having to do more extreme things such as gratification of cheating so that you are doing something sneaky and being betrayal, or having even more extreme sexual practices because you're bored. This also goes into the fact that you're having sex with strangers. So now you're doing this ritualistic stuff with people who you don't know, and what type of being are you summoning under that type of energy. So this is whole Adam and Eve, Mary and Joseph type shit, but that's a whole nother thing because now we're getting into ritualistic sex to bring in higher beings or lower ones. Yikes. Basically, this is just a dopamine chase, and it's teaching you to not be disciplined and to not honor yourself or to honor your spouse. Your body literally doesn't respond to real human intimacy anymore. Which affects us women. So a man who is disconnected from his body is also going to be disconnected from your body. So this is no relationships, no ambition. Oh, that's horrible. No drive. But like I said, erectile dysfunction is reversible. I know a lot of people think it's not, but it is. And I don't even mean through the means of a pill. What is it? Create a problem so you can sell a solution. Create the problem so you can sell the solution. No, actually through sexual transmutation. So sexual transmutation it's different in different cultures, but what it is in a nutshell is transmuting energy in your body rather than letting it freely flow out through an orgasm. I don't know if you guys have heard of the no fat movement, or I refuse to talk about my personal experiences with sexual transmutation. So it's an ancient practice where you take all that raw, primal, powerful sexual energy and you redirect it into creativity, success, discipline, and spiritual growth. So the world's greatest thinkers, leaders, and innovators, they knew this. Nikola Tesla, Leonardo da Vinci, yes, I'm reading, okay, we all take notes, Muhammad Ali, Steve Jobs, all of them understood the power of sexual energy when it's properly channeled. Meanwhile, most of the world today, we're out here giving it away for free, draining ourselves without even realizing it, letting people harness your sexual energy. What do they call it? Vampires. I actually did a vlog about vampires stealing your energy, so this is also what I'm talking about as well. So there's a few things that I talk about when I talk about different sexual practices: tantric sex, Taoist sexual alchemy. Why do I keep saying that? Taoist sexual alchemy, mysticism within Christianity, Kundalini sex, Egyptian mysticism. These are different, but they're similar. They really are about so like with tantric sex, you have sexual energy. They believe that it is divine. It's meant to be cultivated, not wasted. So instead of a reckless release, tantric sex teaches you to circulate your energy, evolving your consciousness and turning your desire into a force for spiritual awakening. I took this class years ago. It was called Orgasmic Manifesting. So I guess in the law of assumption community, it is a practice that you can use your intentions while you're having sex and use that energy. Yeah, and use that energy to create something on the outside. That's in so many practices, and it's an ancient thing. But then you also have Kundalini sex, where you have this, I don't even know how to explain the serpent to you guys, and I was wearing a serpent ring earlier. What you're doing is you're harnessing the energy at the base, and then through intercourse, through, I'm so shy, you guys. Ooh, I lost my bra. I must have left it in my boyfriend's car. And through the practice, you're going up your chakras. So this again goes into, I guess, healing energy. So you start, I can't even think, the 7 chakras that are so, there's way more than 7 chakras in your body, but the ones that we mostly talk about, your root chakra, sacral, solar, heart, throat chakra. Oh, this is getting good. Third eye, and then releasing it out of your crown. So this is that serpent energy that connects with the serpent energy in another being. And it's like this really erotic experience, erotic and intimate experience. Let me know if you guys have had these experiences before, because the stories that I hear about Kundalini sex specifically is insane. And I think this is really getting explicit. So we're probably going to stop it here. My point is, there are different practices where you would, instead of allowing the energy to release, and I'm not saying it doesn't have to be hard. Yes, it does. It doesn't have to be hard, but with practice, you will learn how to, instead of releasing the energy, circulating it within your body. And the people, and there are millions of them, even in our Western culture, who will tell you, you have clarity, you have vision, you have drive. People are getting shit done and making more money because they have learned to harness their sexual energy. Men specifically, because I'll be looking at y'all and wondering why you fall for the okie doke time after time after time after time. You have all these, I watch a lot of red pill content because I wonder what's going on out here. And you have all these men who are women haters. They hate us, but they're the ones falling for the bullshit. Don't get it twisted. I'm not out here dishing it. I am a nice girl. I'm a nice woman. But what I'm saying is, I see so many guys falling for the okie doke. We all know the game. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Anyways, so other than abstinence, how do you control this? How do you discipline this? First of all, you need to be aware. You got to know the game so that you can play it right. You got to know the rules. Awareness and intention. Okay. Let me just recognize that your sexual energy is your creative energy, and be mindful of how you use it. Care about yourself. Quit sticking if you don't know her, why are you putting yourself in her? If you don't like her, why are you putting yourself in her? If you don't think she's clean, stay out the bathroom. This is gross. I don't understand why you have to tell someone, man, woman, that you should love yourself enough to not involve yourself into rituals with people that you don't know, love, and respect. That's where your energy is being drained. Shit is getting weird that I even have to have this conversation with you. And to be honest with you, I'm not really here to be hanging out with too many more people who don't know who they are. I've actually been over that. So this isn't my reality. It's just when I had the conversation tonight with my friend who was telling me, I was like, wow. Because what he didn't understand is, you don't want to have a sexual experience with me. You want to have a sexual experience with yourself. You're looking for sexual evolution. And a lot of men find that evolution in women, because women are closer to, because we are emotional in spirit, we are closer to spirit because we're emotional is what I meant to say. And so they come to us for that connection when really, they really need to just be going to themselves. I don't like what I just heard. They really need to just go to themselves. And then the woman would be chasing you. Breath work and meditation. Learn to cultivate energy within your body instead of releasing it. impulsively. And might I also add that I have a book, 31 Ways to Flow. You can check it out in my Stand Story. It's free. It's a free download. If you don't want to meditate or do breath work, there are 29 other ways that you can stabilize your state of being, and it will help you with your sex life. Discipline and semen retention. It's called semen retention for men. I forgot what it's called for women. Something circulation. Anyway, a lot of people think that semen retention is not having sex. It's not abstinence, though it can be. It's really just when you're about to, this is such an explicit conversation. I'm going to say it really nice. When you're about to release. Okay, stick with me. Okay, so hold on real quick. I have never believed anything that has come out of Sigmund Freud's mouth, right? Ain't nobody got penis envy. But you guys act so weird that I do want to know how it feels sometimes. I'd be like, what are they going through? Just for one day. I just want to feel what they're going through because I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So when you're about to release, you don't. You cut it off. You don't allow yourself to do it. And you're not cutting it off. This is with discipline. And I don't know how to tell you to do it. I could have a guy friend come on and tell you. And you know who you are if you're watching this. So if you want to, you can come tell us. But as you're releasing the essence, you don't. And you circulate in the body. I don't know. Anyways, write it down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. If you know how to release. Because I can't tell you how to release because we don't all have the same thing. As a woman, I'll tell you how to do it as a woman. Give me a second. You redirect your mind. And so many people have done this before. You don't take your attention off of what you're doing. You just merge it to something else. So like in orgasmic manifesting, you would think about what you're wanting to accomplish. Think about the goal. Sex is for way more than just making babies. You can make a lot of stuff with it. You just have to concentrate. Anyway, just challenge yourself to channel that energy to your goals. Movement, yoga, workouts, qigong, tai chi, muay thai. I talk about it in my book, 31 Ways to Flow, as well as visualization and affirmations. I'm about to go to bed, you guys. You got to speak life into yourself. You have to put yourself first. This is about self-concept. This is about accessing your reality. The bottom line is sexual transmutation is not about suppression. It's about power. It's about choosing where your energy goes instead of letting it leak out mindlessly. And it's about being intentional with your life force, your vitality, your success, and your love life. Do you want to be someone who wastes that power on short-term pleasure, or do you want to be someone who harnesses their energy and becomes unstoppable? If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. I can't even see you guys, just so you know, just so we're clear. So starting today, be mindful, take back your control, redirect your energy, and watch your confidence and your focus and your success skyrocket. Because let's be real, the world needs you at your best. Not drained. Not distracted, not disconnected. I am Shayla Jade. This is Chocolate Cake 101. If you guys want more of these conversations, we can do this together. Chocolate Cake After Dark. Let me know because we can hook this up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this anyway. Got some ideas. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this, please be sure to share it with someone, maybe your sexual partner. You guys can do this together. This is something you're supposed to be doing together anyway. Find someone dope that doesn't mind like elevating with you spiritually. This is supposed to be fun. I'm Shayla Jade. My love is your love. Peace.